Hello, good morning. How are you all doing today? Guess where I am? It's lovely here. It's nice and bright. The sun is shining, and I'm in the wonderful Colchester. So I've got some chainmail that we're going to do today for you. I'm going to show you how to do. It's technically called a Romanoff. So it is the Byzantine links that we did a couple of lives ago, and they joined together to create components so you can make earrings with them, you can make beautiful statement necklaces with them, you can do whatever you want. So I am going to do that with you today. Now we've got the most gorgeous dye, Jade. It's a really beautiful colour, and I've actually called today's live Boudicca or Boudicca, and the reason why I've done that is because it looks, I think it looks very regal. But Boudicca or Boudicca, depending on how you pronounce the name, she was the queen or leader of the Iceni tribe. I think it was called Iceni. My pronunciation's probably not very good. And she led a revolt with lots of different tribes against the Roman Empire, which she conquered what is now Colchester, which is where I'm doing my live from today. So that's why. Oh, there's a delay on my mouth on my picture. That seems really odd. So this is why I decided to call it what I did. It's really, really pretty. I absolutely love this. It's my favourite thing to do at the moment. So I'm going to say a very quick good morning to you all, and I'm going to take you over to the website, all technology playing along. So I'm going to say hello quickly to you because I probably won't be able to scroll back up the comments. Hello to Rachel, good morning to Jan, hello to Mina, hello to Linda. Camille's in as well. She said, did you enjoy your weekend and have you got lots of goodies for future projects? I should have enough lives to take me up to October, which I think is pretty impressive considering it's 2 a week. We've worked very, very hard. We've had an awful lot of fun. Good morning to Royati J. Good morning to Lisa. Good morning to Brian. Hello to Jan. Hello to Anastasia. Adeline's in from Australia. Sharon's in as well. If I have missed you, I do apologise because it's not my setup, so I can't scroll back through the comments. Good morning to Mel, who's also in Australia. Robin's in as well. Hello to Tracy. So, to the website so you can see what it is. There you go. That looked like it worked okay. So here we are on totallybeads.co.uk. If you click, where have you gone? Okay, there you go. If you click into the video tutorial section here or here, that'll take you into how to make jewellery. And you'll see today is the Boudicca or Boudicca, however you pronounce it, Chainmaille Jewellery. And we've got lots of beautiful colours for you. So the way that I've put the kits together, I don't know why this is here. I apologize. If I click on that, is that gonna... We still live? I've put lots of different colours together for you, but we've named them by the colour of the jump ring. So you've got a champagne gold, a gold, like a yellow gold. We've got rhodium and we've got silver as well. People are saying good morning and happy birthday to David. Good morning. It is also my mum's birthday today. All the best people are born on the 20th of May. So good morning to you. Happy birthday, David. If mum's watching, happy birthday as well. Being asked what time it is here. It is just gone 10 o'clock, 4 minutes past 10 in the morning. As I click to go live, the clock tower was chiming away. It's so lovely here. So your components, we've got the champagne, the gold, the rhodium and the silver. Your kits are £9.99, but you can get a buy two and get 10% off. Now in terms of the dyed jade that you've got with them there, they are a mix of colours. So you've got lots of lovely colours. So for example, I'll demo with the bubblegum one today. There's pinks and kind of like teals and blues. It's really, really lovely. They're all very nice, but it's the colour of the components is what we've mentioned here. So you can see by the different designs, there's lots of things you can do with these components. You will get earring hooks in your kit, so you can make a pair of earrings with them. You get about 150 bags 150 pieces of jump rings in a bag. I think there's going to be 2 bags included there for you. And to make a Byzantine weave section, you need 14 jump rings. So for each component, I know this might sound a bit confusing, but it really is quite straightforward when you get going. Each component will use 30 jump rings, so you should really have enough to make, we've said 8, but I think it would be really more like 10. So if you wanted, you could do a necklace like I've done here with the champagne gold, where I've just used the 3 components, and then I'm using the rest of those beads just to make like kind of rosary linking essentially with the eye pins that you'll get in your kit as well. Or you can do like I've done on the silver here with the bubble gum, where I've just included loads of them to go like a full statement piece, and then you can connect them together in any which way. So I'll take you in and we can have a little look at how they look a little bit closer up. So this is your champagne gold. In your kit you're going to get your 6mm outer diameter jump rings, which is about 4mm inner diameter. You're going to get your 30mm eye pins. You're going to get your ball pins as well, so you can see I've just dropped it off the bottom of the e-ring in a little wrapped loop, and then one off the bottom there on the pendant too, so you've got that to kind of play around with. You're going to get a lobster clasp, so you can make a chain using your lovely dyed jade. You've got your ear wires, and your dyed jade is 6mm in size. So that's how I've put the champagne one together, and the colour of the dyed jade is going to be your green. So they are predominantly green coloured. They're very, very lovely. There are different shades in that one, and I think it looks lovely with the champagne gold. So you can have a little scroll down and you can see your components there. Your gold, this is how I've put this one together. So again, still using those 3 components, just space them out a little bit. Royati says it's 10 here. And it's not going to make 10 necklaces, no, it will make 10 components or 8 components, these being the components, the Romanov Byzantine little weave. So it's just making those 2 pieces of the Byzantine weave and kind of just joining them together with another jump ring, and then pop in that lovely bead in the middle. Your colours on this one are your berries. It's very aptly coloured because it's got the most lovely kind of tones of raspberries, pinks, cherry reds. They're very, very pretty. And then you've got your kind of yellow gold components, with that being your jump rings and your ball pins, your lobster clasp, that kind of thing. So that is £9.99. If you want to get 2, it's 10% off. Your rhodium one, good morning to everybody popping in, I hope you're okay. Apologise if Facebook is freezing or playing up. Hopefully we're still live. I'd probably be just talking to myself and I wouldn't know, to be honest. So do let me know if, well, stop talking to me if obviously you're not there. Keep talking to me so I know that you're here. This one is your rhodium. So you've got all these lovely colours in this one, lots of different shades of blue. So this is your aqua, so you've got some kind of royal blues, you've got kind of turquoisey colours, lots of different shades in there, really, really pretty. And I've just used, again, 3 components in this, just join them together slightly different, with a little bit of a pin really. Brian's asking, does anyone know the average shipping time to the States from Totally Beads? I'm not too sure. If you contact the warehouse, Brian, they are very quick to respond to you. You can email us, you could maybe even give us a phone call if you wanted, and they should arrive pretty sharpish. We're usually very good at getting things out. Thank you so much, Rayati, who says these are very pretty. So this one is your rhodium colourway. I think they're really, really regal looking. I love them. And then this one is the bubblegum. So in the bubblegum you're getting pinks, you're getting blues, and I've just put all of those lovely components to make a big focal piece. You could, if you wanted, make a bracelet with this instead. You could do whatever you wanted with it. As I say, you've got your bubblegum in this one. So it says blue nude, but they are kind of bubblegum colours. You've got your pinks and they're just gorgeous, really, really lovely. And I have kind of cherry picked out essentially where I want those kind of patterning colours and tone and shade to sit. Thanks, Teresa. Teresa says she usually gets it within 2 weeks or less. Thank you for joining me on Facebook. I'm sorry if it's playing up, and thank you for coming over to YouTube, where you can find us on Totally Beads page there, and you can also find us on my YouTube as well, which is Natalie Patton Jewellery. I'm pausing because I'm trying to find how to, I'm not going to be able to go down, I'm just going to go straight down on the mat, she says. So do bear with me a bit this morning. I apologise, my computer ability isn't always a, oh, that's really far away, isn't it? Let's get in a little bit closer. You can see my coffee, my setup. Can we zoom in? Table, zoom in a bit more. There you go. Is this okay? Can you see this clearly? Am I too far away? Kitty just pulls it down, and I'm terrified to do that in case I break it. I'll try and hold it up. It might be nice that it's this far away. You should be able to see it. I'll hold it up and show you. So when I'm making my components, let's move Kitty's glasses out the way, there should be a zoom in a little bit more option. Let's try this one. Is that any closer? It's a little bit closer, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So you'll see how I've kind of started to prep is I've just opened up my jump ring. So there's going to be 14 components for each side, jump rings in each side. That's going to make that lovely shape. So I've just opened a pile of them. I find it's easy to open up 12 and have 2 perfectly closed. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of a scrap wire or cotton or something. No, Camille, I don't wear glasses anymore. Unless the sunglasses. I've had my eyes lasered about 8 years ago now. So I'm just going to pop my little piece of wire or a piece of thread or anything really, just to kind of hold on to those 2 closed jump rings. I wonder if I'm going to need to zoom in again, but we'll see. I'll holler at Kitty in a bit. And I've opened up my jump rings so they're easy for me to just pick up off the table without having to pick them up and put them down. So to open up my jump ring, you'll see when it comes out of the, you're not going to be able to see there. I need to zoom in again. Kitty! Kitty! Can I zoom in a little bit more, please? Do apologise.
What do you want?
Could you zoom me in a little bit more?
Of course I can.
Thank you. I've been doing these ones, but yeah, I thought just, yeah, there you go.
Let's click on this one so they can see a lovely face. There we go. A bit more, or that's fine?
That's really good. Yeah, you should be able to see exactly what I'm doing. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for helping me. Okay, so to open up my jump ring, when you get it out of your pack, you'll see it's not fully closed. It's slightly staggered, and that's because they are created using like a dowel. It's wrapped around in a big coil and then they're cut. So I'm going to take 2 pairs of pliers. You could use a jump ring opener. You can get like little rings if you need to, but I'm just going to take 2 pairs of pliers. So I've got lots of oh, my voice is stopping and starting. I don't know what to do about that. I will do this again in the future if need be, so hopefully it'll all be very clear, but if there's any issues, do let me know. So I'm just going to give it a little turn, and that's going to open up my jump ring, and then when I'm closing it, I'm just taking it back, so I'm opening it towards me, and then to close it, I'm taking it away from me. So I want 2 that are perfectly closed and a little pile of opens. So I'm just going to pick up few, and I'm just going to prep to start off with. And then I'm going to take my 2 perfectly closed, and the only reason I'm threading them onto a little bit of wire or whatever is just to give myself something to hold on to. And now because I've opened them up, I can pick them up off the table or my mat quite easily because it will be sticking up towards me and I can just pick it up that way. So I'm going to thread that one inside the 2 closed ones and then close it over. I'm going to pick up another open one and I'm going to slide that through those original 2 closed ones as well, and then close that over. So now I've got a 2 on 2. I'm then going to pick up another one and slide that through both of the last ones I've popped on, and close that up, and then I'll pick up another one and slide that through both of the last 2 as well. So the rule for it really is you always need to have 3 pairs. So there's lots of different ways you can put them together, but this for me is the most straightforward. So if I take my pin, you'll see I've essentially just got 3 pairs of jump rings joined like a little I'm really sorry, I don't know, there's a few people, well, I've got Anastasia saying there's issues with the sound, but others are saying it's okay, so I'm not too sure. I do apologise. Sometimes I think it's just signal and whatnot. So I've got 3 pairs of jump rings just joined together. Every time I get 3 linked together, I'm going to create a little knot in my jump ring. And to do that, I'm going to use a little pin, and I'm going to open up those first 2 and then open out those in the middle. And then using my pin, I find it easier just to catch the inside. So I've caught that. So I'll do that again just to show you. I'm flipping the last 2 out, and I'm opening up those at the side. With my pin, I'm just going to run it underneath so it catches those 2 there. And then you can leave the pin in if need be, but just by pushing it will kind of get that little gap. Pick up my other jump ring and slide that on through. Then I will close that one over again, and it always has to go in pairs, so wherever I put one I'm putting another one. There should always be a pair. So that's just going to go through that same part, and then I can close that up. So I'm just putting my pin in now just to show you I've created that little knot. It will lock it in place. So that is my first pair that I can then attach the next onto. So again, always 1 3. So it's going to go through that last 2 that I've put on and close it up. Take another of my open and slide that through as well, making sure they're lovely and closed as I go. And then take another and then slide that one through as well. So again, I've reached the point where I've got 3 pairs of jump rings attached onto each other, and every time I get to the 3 jump rings I can then create that little knot. So I'm opening those 2 out. These open out, so I can come in and just catch the middle. Let me just hold on to it. So opening them out, catch the middle. Do apologise that my fingers might be in the way a little bit. And then I'm going to take the open jump ring and slide that through. Now if you're using a pin, you might want to keep the pin in place just while you get that first jump ring through. But once you've got your first one on, I'm now not holding on to this little piece of wire, I'm just kind of holding on to the chain that I'm creating. So this is one section and it will look like this. And now I'm going to do exactly the same to make my second. So I'm going to take that little bit of wire out and I'm going to start off by having 2 perfectly closed jump rings. So that one is now closed and this one is now closed. Just want to make sure that they're all lined up. The easiest thing to do is close them as you go, because obviously when we start to wear this we want to make sure it's nice and smooth, it's not catching on anything. So I've got 2 jump rings perfectly closed onto my scrap piece of wire or something to hold on to. I'm going to pick up an open jump ring and I'm going to slide that through both of them and close over. Pick up my next one so I've got 2 on 2 and then sliding that next one through. So I just want to make sure I'm catching the last 2 that I've put on, and it always has to be in pairs. So I have 3 pairs. Like so. I'm sorry, Linda, I can't really fix it. I do apologise. When I get home I'll try and put subtitles on and see if I can fix it. So I'm going to open them up. So I'll just give it a little pinch together, open them out, and then that pin will just catch through. So I'm catching the last 2 essentially, but I've folded them back. So if it's easier to keep your pin in while you take your next open jump ring, you can do. And then I'm sliding that one in too. So that's my first little part of it. Then I'm picking up the next one. So that will now be my first pair that I'm attaching onto. My second one. And then I'm just going to add on my last pair. So there's always 3 linked together before you fold it back to kind of create that kind of knot within the chain. So if I can show you here, I've got that 3 linked together again. So now I've got 3. I'm going to flip the last 2 out. These will go to the side and then I will scoop through just to catch the inside there. Hope that's clear and you can see. I'm going to just pinch it to put a little bit of tension on it. Take my jump ring. And there always needs to be pairs. So I just pop that back through the same place as well. And close that over. Kelly says, anyone that has intermittent sound on YouTube, come out and come back in and it resolves the issue. Karen says hair sounds okay. Jan says everything's okay. Thank you very much for bearing with me. Okay, so I've got now 2 little components. Let's pop them in shot so you can see what I'm doing. So I've got 2 little Byzantines. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my pin. So I'm going to take my eye pin in my kit. These are 30mm eye pins, and obviously depending on which colour choice you've gone for, it might be champagne, gold, rhodium or silver. I'm then going to pick out one of my beautiful beads. So you can see here with this mix that I'm doing in the silver, if I pop them out in my hand, you can see just what a mix you've got there. You've got pinks, peaches, beautiful teal colours, and you get plenty in your bag, so you can essentially make that little chain with it as well. I'm going to slide my eye pin. My eye pin has got the little eye already on it. You can do this with a piece of wire or whatever if you need to though. The way I turn my loop is I'm going to make a bend very close to that bead, and I bend close to the bead beforehand, just so when I turn that loop it will sit right on top of the bead. Not too worried at the moment if it's not fully kind of level with each other. When I create that loop I can give it a little twist at the end, like a 90-degree bend into that. And then with my cutters, they're not my cutters, these are all Kitty's tools, so I feel a bit out of kilter. I'm going to cut, so I'm leaving 1 centimetre from the bend to where my cutters are. Hold on to that end though so it doesn't fire away. And I'm going to take my round nose pliers and I'm just going to make sure that it is nice and flush, so there's no sticking out. If it's sticking out a little bit at the other side, it's not going to turn all the way. My round nose are tapered. These are very fine tapered pliers, which are lovely. So the closer I get to the end, the smaller the loop's going to be. Closer to the handle, the bigger it's going to be. You can use a looper tool if you've got one. I'm just going to position down the bead so it doesn't move. Watch where my knuckles are going. I'm not putting all the pressure onto my wrist. I'm just flipping my hand, turning that loop all the way. It's noisy outside. And if those 2 loops aren't fully level, then I'm just going to give it a little twist. So you can see I've created 2 little loops, so it's kind of double-ended connector. Then I'm going to take one of my open jump rings and I'm going to slide that through the end 2 links on one of my components. I'm going to pick up the bead I've just made with the little loop, and then I'm going to take the other piece of that Byzantine and I'm going to slide that on, and then I'm going to close it up and then do the same on the other side to join it together. So it's looking like this at the moment. Chain, bead, chain, pick another open jump ring and I'm just going to flip it over. So the last 2 jump rings on one of the sections of weave, through the loop in the eye pin, and then the last 2 jump rings. Can you hear the clock and the bell in the back? It's so pretty. And then I'm going to close that one over as well. So I have now my first beautiful Romanov component. So it's the 2 links, which is 14 of my jump rings, and I'm just hooking it together through the last two with the eye pin and those extra 2 jump rings. So you're going to need 30 jump rings in total to make this being your one component, and you should get 150 in your bag, and you should be getting 2 bags of jump rings, so you're going to have enough to make lots of components there. You can then attach your ear wire. You can attach your ear wire to the top, and you can make earrings with them, or if you make a series of them, then you've got enough to make, you know, a bracelet. If you want to kind of link them together with some more of your eye pins, you can start adding those on, and then you can make yourself a chain with them as well. So I would link them all together as so, and if you want to make an earring, just to add that weight, because when you're pulling on or when there's a little bit of tension on each of these jump rings that we've joined them together with,